Hadouken!
Where you are today as a former fighter, a pioneer for modern Muay Thai, especially here in the UK, where do you see yourself, what kind of role do you see yourself having now for British Muay Thai?
I don't know, I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing kind of thing.
Is it fair to say, not British Muay Thai, but it's fair to say Western Muay Thai, because you're being called around the world for seminars in all Western international countries, so you've really gone beyond this island.
I get a couple of inquiries about seminars in the UK, but most of the stuff is international now. Like to a point where this year I've had to kind of turn down seminars in Denmark, Sweden, Norway, just because my family is more important, so I need to spend time with my family. Obviously I've got my gym, I can't just keep disappearing everywhere, so I've had to turn down quite a few international seminars.
I suppose his only plan B was that he's going to be earning a living from teaching. We used to talk a lot about it, and ideally it'd be great. We was hoping, but it never worked out, that you could make a living just off fighting. So you'd fight 3 or 4 times a year and that would earn you a living, but obviously that didn't work out, and I don't think nothing to do with Damien, just the way the sport is, there's not enough money in it. So the only plan B is to teach Thai boxing, that was it.
I think what helps is obviously when you go to Thailand, obviously they're amazing, they're tricks, they know the sport in and out, but it's a language barrier. And what I've been told by a lot of people when I've gone to these seminars is it's very rare to get someone who's competed to my level that's able to instruct and give the advice that's needed and explain why and how and when these techniques should be used. And I think that's what's kind of getting people's interest in bringing me out.
I mean, I have trained at other gyms in Thailand and different places like that, but I just think the way Damien teaches things, it just kind of sticks with me. I think he does with a lot of people as well. He explains things very clearly, and obviously he's got experience of doing it all himself as well. Like some people own gyms or whatever, and they've had like 2-3 fights and they've got their own gym, but whereas Damien's had, I don't know, 80 fights or whatever, so he's kind of been there and done it.
Yeah, I think he's a great guy, great coach, elite, one of the elite coaches for sure.
I think because Damien was living there for so long, training, living how they live, training how they train, that he's picked up how to score it, how to win fights, what to do if you're a little bit behind, or what to do if he's out kicking you and you're a better clincher, or different things like that. So when you come back to the corner during the rounds, he can say to you, look, you need to do this or you need to do that. And it's only really experience that can do something like that. I mean, somebody that's had a few fights, they wouldn't know the best way to win the fight. Whereas because Damien's done it all, so he's got a good understanding of it.
So obviously, I'm not saying my system's the best, but my system can work. It's worked for me, it's worked for my students, it's worked for us. I've trained world champions, I've helped a lot of people in the MMA world now, so the experience I've got is effective in the area of combat, so I'm just kind of helping those people now.
I think a lot of people look up to him. When he talks, it's silent literally. People want to hear what he's got to say, and I think that's the difference between your average instructor and someone like Damien Trainor, for sure.
When I listen to some of the videos, I can hear myself as he's explaining stuff and that. But again, we've got a good system, and I like little systems, so I like it all systemized. So we practice teaching, practice explaining the techniques, going over how to correct someone or what things to look out for and what to say to avoid people making the mistakes when you're teaching them and stuff like that. So yeah, but he again taught a lot of other people. Some people don't listen, but Damien's very good. That's the other good thing with Damien, he's listening, not just to me. I mean, anyone, he'll learn off someone. He learns stuff and he listens to stuff and he wants to learn, and he doesn't close his mind off. So he'll probably never stop growing.
Damien's a good role model. Like for example, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't go out partying all night, and I guess there's like always a good atmosphere in the gym as well. And I think that's because of Damien and Simon as well. Say if you go to a gym and you've got an arsehole of a trainer, 9 times out of 10, the students are exactly the same. Whereas if you've got a good teacher who's got good morals, a good understanding of not just Muay Thai but life in general, you kind of look up to them and I guess follow in their footsteps.
Yeah, he's a great human being for sure. He in and out the gym as well. You know, we've got a good relationship, so he's my boss, and I respect him and I respect what he says. But we have a laugh as well, and that's how it should be, I think.
Yeah, so we should mention you helped dethrone Demetrius Johnson from being one of the longest reigning UFC champions. You want to tell a short story
Yeah, I
on that?
wouldn't go that far. Obviously, I worked with Henry Cejudo before his fight with Benavidez. Obviously, he was at CSA for a long time as well, so obviously they've got more of the credit than myself. But obviously, I helped him. He flew me out for a month as well to work with him in Arizona. For his fight with Johnson, I was in contact. They were messaging me. I was messaging them out. They were asking me advice on certain things, sending me videos. I was sending videos back. So I was kind of helping a little bit, not massively. Obviously, the coach that he brought out to help him, that he had, that was from Holland. Obviously, they take more of the credit, but I was kind of in the mix. And obviously, it was very honourable for me to see that they still respect what I have to say. And obviously, I got a phone call message thanking me after the night of the fight and everything as well, so that was nice to receive.
How does it make you feel to see that, you know, one of your students has been able to make a very successful career, not necessarily from the fighting side, but as a martial artist, as a teacher, as an instructor from your great influence?
No, well, very, very proud. Obviously, there's quite a lot of people who I've taught, and I've taught them how to teach, and I've taught them how to run a gym, and they're all making a living. There's a lot of people in Birmingham, and obviously Damien has done that, and we're partners in the gym now, and we're in a business relationship that way, but also he's got his own things going on, and he's growing and growing, and it's just like, it's really proud. He's kind of like, we used to do a little bit about goal setting, and sometimes you set a goal, but you have to be very specific. So set a goal, you'd be able to earn a living from Thai boxing. Well, he is, but not the way we was probably imagining it. We was imagining he's going to set a goal, going to earn a living from fighting, teaching doing Thai boxing. Whereas now he's hit that goal, but he's doing it in a different way. And sort of sky's the limit with anything, isn't it, really?
As he says personally, he's a lot more known now than he was when he was competing, when he was an active fighter. Because of self-promotion, because of big names getting him over, like CSA Gym, getting him over to do seminars there. I think that really helped push his career, for sure.
I remember asking Mary Bojanski what kickboxing did for him. What would you say Muay Thai has done for you?
In all honesty, it's given me a career. It's put me in a position to be able to give my family a life that I wasn't able to have as a child. I've got to see the world, my family gets to see the world. It's just, it's given me options, and at the moment it's very comfortable. That could all change very quickly, but at the minute everything's okay.
Hadouken!